Little bit of a late start this morning. We flew into Ontario. We're back. Flew into Ontario last night. Didn't get back to our house in Guelph, Ontario until 2:30. But definitely didn't get to bed till 2:30 anyway. Now our itinerary for this time of year right now is back to Ohio. Now I gotta hurry today. We're a little bit behind schedule. Gotta go to the barn, get my driving suit, my driving gear, drop Amy off at the house, and then go to, I guess I could take the truck, couldn't I? Do you need this today? Oh, I could take the truck then. I'll just tell them not to book it at the barn. And then off to Pennsylvania to drive Enzo and Crantini. Now, because of multiple meals and maybe the odd beverage of the alcohol variety, a little bit heavier, but it is my Christmas weight. No, this is my Christmas weight. Coming in around 190. I'm usually around 183, 184, 185, the lower part of the 80s. I hit 190. So if I'm second beat ahead today, my apologies. But we had a wonderful time away. It was such a good I keep telling you guys, and maybe everybody's like this, but these little snapshots in time, you take them for granted. I guess everybody says that when they're growing up. You take them for granted, you miss them. So I do my best to try and soak up as much as I can. Now, we didn't take as many pictures as we could. We're not, I don't feel the need to take a picture every second. But at the same token, it was nice just to get away with our family, soak it all in, and relax. So on our way back to the grind, back to Ohio. As I said, our itinerary looks like us back to Ohio today. It sounds more like I'm going to jump in the truck when I get to Ohio. I haven't told many people this. My car is still at the mechanics. Still. It had like 4 little things wrong with it. And they couldn't get 3 of the parts. Last time I sat in my car was the day after we got home from Harrisburg. That's a true story. Now there's no point emailing me. No, but I went to Pennsylvania.
That was before Harrisburg.
No. Was it?
Your mother was at her house and you left for the rental car.
You are right. It was before Harrisburg. Anyway, there's no need to ask what parts or anything. It's, let's just say, no 5-star reviews for the Cadillac dealer in Beechwood. Not to run them down, but no 5-star reviews. So we're on our way back now. Then I go to drive Crantini and Enzo Guelph. Then I come back to Ohio tonight. Tomorrow, Amy and I and the kids get up, go race Patrick the Piranha, stay close. And then we head back to Ontario. My parents are still here at the house here in Ontario. And we'll be there until Boxing Day. It's so weird. Not an American knows what Boxing Day is. I did a little Christmas video with the Meadows, and I said Boxing Day, and I said, "Come again." Boxing Day is huge, so for
it's like their Black Friday.
Yeah, but we have a Black Friday too. We have one extra shopping day.
Yeah, but you have a good day.
For what? Black Friday.
They get like 2 days off. We take Boxing Day off. We don't take Black Friday off. We just get it's just an excuse for
them. They take Black Friday.
They have like a whole week off. Don't you worry, the kids are off.
That's Thanksgiving.
That's what Black Friday is.
Okay, but it was Thanksgiving before it was Black Friday. It just happened a little bit before. Just kidding. Oh, give me fat.
Don't worry, someone will correct you.
Give me fat. So we're going over, coming back for Christmas. Going to spend that also with my family. It has been the best Christmas season ever for me. Maybe the best year ever for me, to be honest. And a lot of highlights throughout the 46 years I've completed on this planet. A lot of highlights and a lot of happy moments, and some of them did come this year for sure. But Christmas season this year, by far the best Christmas season I've ever had. between it starting right after Halloween on November 1st. Might listen to Hallmark the whole way back, I think. A little grumpy today. Yes, between Christmas season, getting to go away with the family and, take the girls shopping, and then spending Christmas with my family here is, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun in the McDonald household. So, as I said, today we got Crantini and Enzo. Both are coming in pretty good. Enzo might be a hair short. Remember, I thought he was injured. He came up quite lame after his last race. And it was, looking back on it makes sense, because he didn't present right after the race as lame. Usually when you tear a suspensory in a race, it's immediate. Like when Coupe de Ville hurt herself, I knew before we had the harness, before we had the number off her in the far turn, that she was injured. You generally know. And when it came to Enzo, it didn't even present till the next day. It was weird. It was a weird one. But at the same time, listen, I'll take all the luck we can get. He wasn't injured, but did stand in his stall for a good, 10 days? A good 10 days. Trained once slow. I trained him slow. The two Jasons trained him in 2.6. No, Joey trained him in 2.6 last half and 1.1 at Northfield last week. So he's remotely tight, but he's not like singing tight. But he'll be all right. And then Crantini off 2 weeks. But again, I don't think that's a bad thing. Coming in off a win, racing good. Just want his head in the right space today. And I hope, and I assume, I have every reason to believe that it is. Now, about last night, I say this every so often. Gail said we'd have days like that. I was happy with Kenobi. The day started great. Kenobi's been off for quite a while. Just trying to get him started, trying to get a class for him. Got him in yesterday. Not a great day at the barn, but a great day for Kenobi. He looked very good. Got away third. Now, the filly on the front, make no mistake, Rose Run Yene, that's the filly that pounded Swinging Senorita all year. There was going to be very little chance Kenobi's going to want any part of Rose Run Yene. Chris Lems did the right thing, got away fourth. Just kind of sat there and made sure that he had a bead on the one in front of him and finished up third. And I thought the horse raced rather well. That was about it for the rest of the day. It was a tough one, and I'm flying, so I'm excited to see how the horses did. But the first thing that comes in are the messages, not the videos. There's only one video anyway, but not the videos, not the replays. I'm trying to pull up, RTN and watch the replays. No. I'm getting the spoiler alerts, and they weren't pretty. Warwi Yuri from post 8, you knew taking Warwi Yuri back to 8th, his first start in Northfield, was not going to be pretty. It wasn't going to be nice, and he's tighter now. He'll get back in that class next week, and as I said to Jason McGinnis, he'll be on his toes for next week. I want to make sure that every horse that raced last night is trained up tight, is ready to go, and are all corked up for their next race. Now, the weather here is going up to 8 or 9 or 10. It's going to be a little bit warm, but you know what? Those cool evenings I saw last night, there's still lots of snow on the ground in Cleveland. What? Yeah, none here. None here. I mean, I got that. Thank you. But the snow will come. The ice will come. That's tradition. It happens every year, and I don't want to be flat-footed. I'm not saying that any sort of snow or ice or track condition played a role last night, but something did. Commando Tom was in the last race. Certainly not the Commando Tom that I saw last week. A little bit different Commando Tom. So, isolating what we did differently, making sure the horse was all right, taking his blood, and then isolating what we did differently should be able to put us on a path to have him race better the way he did the first week. So a little more inspiration. So the first horse, Lindy's Landing. Our second horse, Lindy's Landing. Warwi Yuri, you're going to have to pitch that race. I'm not even going to comment on Warwi Yuri till I sit behind him and he races from the inside of the gate. That's it. He's got to get a chance to race, and then I'll tell you what I think of Warrior. You know, I've been saying for 2 years now, you know, this guy will get better as he gets older. Will get better as he gets older. Will get better as he gets older. Okay, he's 4 now. Now I need to start seeing you putting it all together. He's not 4. Yeah, I guess he's still 3. Yeah. Warrior, right? Yeah, he's still got to put it all together. I need to see more. Lindy's Landing, a very rare break. I have no idea what took place there. I didn't get any negative feedback. I'd asked Jason what Chris said. He said he just rolled off in the first turn, and it kind of threw the rest of his race at a kilter. There was no mention of any lameness, soreness. He didn't hit himself, nothing like that. He just made a break. What a mission. Looks like Luke was kind of scooting him out of there the week before. He had him settled down to the rail nice and easy. Well, he had some pressure from the inside of the number 1 horse, was pressuring him a little bit, and it looked like Luke maybe cut him loose in the turn and he rolled off. Now, I did see him, what looked to me like he knuckled over in the turn. Now, I'm not going to bring it up, but I'm going to ask Luke what his take on the race was. Looked to me like he knuckled over once. He got out of gear a couple of times in the last turn, but still stayed at it and actually finished up strong. It's pretty easy to see why we like What a Mission. He's a durable little bugger, to say the least, and loves his work, and it certainly shone through yesterday. To make a break, spot them so many lengths, catch your composure, circle the field in the last turn, and be third, and charging third at the wire. It's impressive in any race, in any way. So really, really impressed with the race of What a Mission. He will do that once in a while, as I'd said to somebody yesterday. Every so often, What a Mission will make a break. He doesn't generally do it in the first turn, but he did get me one night in the first turn. He made a break, so it does and can happen. Now, so that was Yuri, Lindy's Landing, What a Mission. Halakai, Jason said, you know, I just don't know if she can go with them. You just can't get away 7th with Halakai. Now, I can't. It's not Jason's fault. The last thing you want to do is get parked. But you can't get away 7th with Halakai. She's not the type to circle the field. You got to get away in the top 4 or 5. You got to put her in action. But you got to do it in a genuine... She's not an easy filly to drive. She'll do her work, but you can't overdrive her. And unfortunately, she kind of maybe lulled everybody into underdriving her, right? I guess that's not true. I guess Kurt put the hammer down. I thought Jason drove her great last week. Just kind of got in a spot where he kind of got, as I said, a little subdued off the gate and ended up getting away 7th. Getting away 7th in that class with Halakai is not generally going to net you a lot of money. So need to get away closer with her, 1 through 4 or 5 if you can. And that's not to say that he could have or should have. He needed to, but if it wasn't a possibility, then it wasn't a possibility. I saw the line on her. I didn't even watch the race. I saw got away 7th all the way through to the end, ended up 5th, still grabbed a check, but I did not watch the replay on her, and then I watched Commando Tom, just not the same horse as he was last week. He's not a great horse. He's a better horse than that. So we'll see what's going on with him also, and get him squared away and underway. So that is what took place last night. Yesterday, not a real uplifting day, to say the least. Man, I was really... As we're coming down to the runway, messages start coming in. I just wanted to watch the videos. I just want to see the horses race good, and just one after another after another. Not what I wanted to see or not what I wanted to read, but unfortunately that's racing. So as I said to Jason last night, McGinnis, we were talking a little bit late, and I never want to, you know, I really try my best to put a filter on what I say right after the race, especially to Jason, because they've been there all day. They were working on the horses. For Jason Merriman, he drove 2 of the horses, I believe. For Jason McGinnis, there all day, go back to the races. It's not an easy thing, and then have me rag on you. It's not a great feeling, I'm sure. So I wanted to be as subdued as I could, but at the same time, let it be known that that's not going to happen again. So if the horses that weren't good just can't do in those classes, they'll be gone. And if the horses that, if they can do, maybe they're a little, there was a lot of snow and there was a couple of days missed. If we missed a couple of days and that cost us, okay, we can fix that. But as I said to Jason last night, I want all the horses trained up, tight. I want corks on every single one of them, and I want them on their toes the next time they're in to go. So a little difficult time of season, because you do have days you just take off. You have to. You're going to have to take Christmas off, right? I think Jason said they don't race till next Friday or Saturday. The class is for the horses that raced last night, which is fine. That's okay, actually. We can train them up real good. Maybe Boxing Day. It's funny. The Americans don't know what Boxing Day is. We got ahead of you. We got one extra shopping day in.
I wouldn't train anyone on Tuesday. They still don't start.
Oh yeah, but Amy, she doesn't like Boxing Day. She's an anti-shopper, an anti-Christmas crowder. Now, in fairness to Amy, it is a little different vibe. A lot of people are a little stressed out trying to take... Oh, you're not allowed to take gifts back.
I don't think
They changed that rule. You're right. Not allowed to take gifts.
You know what stresses me about the whole thing?
What?
Is that, you start your Christmas shopping like in October, and you try and space it out, and you get everything, and then you spend however many dollars on certain things, and then you go the next day, and it's like literally half of what you paid for it.
Oh.
It's annoying, and it's rude, actually. Like, I don't like seeing that.
I think they'll. No, I can't imagine the price show.
No, they immediately, everything goes half price.
But that's why they want people to come to the mall. They want people to have fun.
It's not fun.
It is fun.
It's actually
infuriating. Yeah. Good. It's a great story. Another time.
It's not a great story.
Another time. So what about what shopping is there in Wasaga Beach and Collingwood? Aren't we going to your parents on Boxing Day? No. But are we going? We're going to be at your parents. What time were you expected there? Like, you think we can squeeze in a little mall?
No, there's no mall.
There's no.
Barry is the closest.
But what about? Do we not go by the Milton Mall, the outdoor mall, the outlet mall, Toronto outlet malls?
Enough.
Just the idea of shopping on Boxing Day makes Amy quite upset. Anyway, crappy day yesterday. I get it, guys. I understand it. We're going to have those days. And I think the reason that it bothered me, and it probably bothered you a lot yesterday also, is because we haven't had many of them, right? We generally have had a pretty good year, a pretty strong year, and I hope to keep it going today. I'm going to be a little conservative with Enzo, obviously having that giant gap in his schedule, but listen, happy to have him back. And then Crantini, again, just trying to do the exact same thing I did with him last time. I don't really care if I end up on the front with him, but time the gate, have him relax, just start to build his confidence back again. So other than that, a great run. I'm debating. I know that I see that I'm down to drive Carter Michael Dio on Monday. So here's the scoop for everybody. One, I'm not going to drive Carter Michael Dio on Monday. I promised Amy I'm supposed to be in Ohio. I'm supposed to be in Pennsylvania. I'm supposed to be in Ontario now. I'm supposed to be at Mohawk. I'm not going to drive Carter Michael Dio on Monday night. And quite frankly, I don't know that anybody is going to drive Carter Michael Dio on Monday. Really disappointed. Now, I get it. He's got a lot of money made, but he's also got 5 wins. And if you're telling me that he has to jump from the non-winners to 2, but not 4, into the class below White Tiger, and I can tell you what, and I'm going to tell you what, his blood was drawn yesterday. He is going to the Meadows right away. He fits an onwards to 2, but not more than 5, and then he fits an onwards to 10. After that, I can send him to Dayton with Stacy. I can leave him with Tim at the Meadows. I'm sure I can send him to the Meadowlands if we had to in the new year. But I can tell you where he's not going to race. He's not going to race against aged horses with all that money on their card. And listen, if the classes didn't fill and there was nowhere to put him, nobody's fault. I'm not blaming the race office. I'm not saying you did this and I'm taking the horse. No, I'm taking the horse because he shouldn't have to race there, and he doesn't. That class is 5 times as hard as the one that he will likely win next week at the Meadows. The class that he fits in the Meadows is a class Kenobi was in, and I know Rosamund Yane might be beat up on Kenobi. She's not going to beat up on Carter Michael Dio. So a better horse going to the Meadows. Now, as I say that, now we have to shuffle some horse around. Does that mean Kenobi is heading to Ontario? It's possible. I'm not sure yet. We have a lot of options and a lot of things we can do, but the next probably 48 hours for me will be deciding where everyone goes. We have horses coming out of the field, right? Where are they going to go? Are there some of those horses going to be heading to Ontario? Yes, there will be. So probably throughout this drive, Amy and I we're going to figure out exactly where all the horses are going, who's going to get them, how they're going to train down, and for the horses that are racing, the only certainty I can tell you right now is Carter Michael Dio is heading to the U.S. Does he race on Monday? I don't know yet. I'm not sure yet. I've talked to Dominic. There's a number of factors that'll go into that decision being made. But it will be his last start in Ontario for quite a while. Now, who takes his place? I'm not sure yet. We'll get to that soon. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. A little bit of a check-in from Canada on my way to Ohio right now. Actually, on my way to the Meadows via Ohio right now. I will talk to you all very soon. I'm back, and we are looking to get the train back on tracks today, starting at the Meadows. So for everybody else, happy holidays, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas. We definitely had a great year at the stable in 2023, and eagerly awaiting 2024.